Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorand over there? They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on!
Still no dice?
Not at all. Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine...
What about Chiori and Charlotte?
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right...
Navia, Clorand, what's up?
Oh my. Well, if it isn't...
Huh. No.
Huh?
Yep, this is our chance.
Do you need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear
Whoa, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other...
Traveler, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
Marechaussee what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a...
That sounds super cool.
Clorand and I are both veteran members of the club. And when they asked, of...
Generally speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues.
Whoa. I know I was the one that...
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4.
So, you're...
Paimon the Traveler.
That's not a problem. I'll adjust the pace.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow...
Well, that solves our...
Woohoo! I'll go grab the script.
The script manager?
The club introduced a completely new kind of... In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets...
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this...
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense.
I look forward to experiencing it.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at you.
Sounds good.
You say that like...
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time. Oh, and stop trying to persuade every...
Final warning!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You're back! Huh? And you've got...
What a pleasant surprise.
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too.
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in... Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking...
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clorand simply woke me up first thing.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you...
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop...
You could say that. She's
Right. I know.
It's...
Wow. Paimon's so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating us.
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally... I maintain a clear boundary between my professional and personal lives. But in my personal life...
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever...
I would...
Is that so? Well,
So you want to see me cry?
No.
I'm back! Here, allow me to introduce...
Pleasure to meet you all.
Wait, are you a champion duelist?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the...
That sounds like a lot of...
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the play... Anyway, allow me to give you... This script was adapted from the real history of the Marechaussee Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era.
Paimon's...
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, their story can be traced back to the ancient Rapperia dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor. But I'll leave the finer...
And I'll...
In that case...
Whoa, Just one sentence.
Aha! I see many a determined gaze before me.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scene?
It's the exact location of the scene. Please check all your belongings, everyone. And make sure you...
Sounds good. Hunter Squad?
Whoa, they really have thought of everything. Even the fatometer is...
The fatometer.
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure.
And what about all the dessert and tea?
That's what the message said.
Really? That's so nice.
Those snacks have Paimon's name.
I think you might be more of a...
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found,
The desserts are great. But
First, please pick up the blank character cards. You can find an abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your In this story, everyone is a Marechaussee hunter.
ooh, nice.
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all of this?
Why don't you share a character card then? The traveler will be the
so for the name.
Yep. It can...
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever...
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself.
In that case, I think...
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills.
I'll take...
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering.
So should we...
Not necessarily. Since we're working together, for example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of hand.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't thinking about it like... Let me see. I'll take arts and...
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, traveler? Ooh, so you want to help people when they're injured. That's nice of you. Oh, something that'll help you get a So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these two skills?
Let's see.
You've all picked such classic skills.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here.
Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says...
The script's world-building rules, huh?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend.
All right, you've convinced Paimon. Let's learn.
Well, now that everyone's more or less... Since two of our players are doing this for the first time, though, would you like to play on easy mode?
What?
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes. For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill. If you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use... If you choose easy mode instead, every check will be successful by...
Given that I'd like to focus...
Huh? Oh, come on. Don't worry about never knowing what you might...
All right, then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode. All her checks will be...
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
Are you sure?
Trust me, you'll see. Honestly, I don't think Claranda...
No problem.
Well, anyway, enough talk.
Speaking of the story,
Well, that's because a long time ago, back when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers, soon a group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing sometime later, as a member of the Marachose Hunters, you receive a commission. Following, as you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks. As you begin to survey, your eyes meet. And you realize
You're all Marachose hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia. What say you to traveling together?
Okay, count me in. My name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marachose hunter and later
is this where... My name is Farina, and, I grew up in a noble family.
Hey, you can do it, Farina.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marachose hunter.
I've been studying medicine ever since I was a child. I want to do my part to eradicate these monsters and use what I've learned to heal others.
Oh, welcome, welcome. When we face the monsters,
you open your envelopes at the same time to the honorable and trustworthy Marachose Hunters. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces of wicked...
The layout of this city looks...
the scriptwriter must have used a real-world...
As experienced hunters, the layout of the city Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be...
I carefully read every line of the letter and turn my attention to the signatures at the bottom.
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together.
In that case...
Oh, good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters and bad guys we're after.
You look up and see a tavern nearby.
Why don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've...
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
Greetings, friend. Lovely.
Oh, hello. I suppose you're right. The weather today...
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer.
Oh, come now. Don't be sad.
Huh?
I don't think that's the kind of...
Nothing turns a frown upside...
You didn't even take cooking as one of your...
That's not necessary.
So you're someone who barely smiles? Hey! Did she just... me?
Chlorianne must have broke character for...
This isn't getting us anywhere. Travel?
The results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one You recall all the lessons you've learned. You notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place. So you noticed. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure.
Do you know where he was?
It all happened so fast.
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat those monsters.
Thank you.
Don't worry. We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things like...
You bid farewell to the woman and continue your journey further into the city. As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Although he doesn't seem very...
Pardon me, sir.
That depends.
How about this?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar?
Surely an onion can't be that...
What do you know? War's nearly upon us.
Whoa, what a nasty guy.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
Okay, while everyone is talking, I secretly use my magic props to summon a bottle of wine without the merchant noticing. We meant no offense, sir. Here, allow me to offer you... I should mention... Do you have any information on...
Crisis. If those monsters are camped outside the city, and we have limited reserves within the city...
Wait, you're saying no one has put a...
We could all starve and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
That is concerning. Thank you, sir. We won't take up...
Hey, why did you leave in such a hurry?
Well, you see, that bottle of wine was just a cardboard prop.
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, how about the city square? Follow me.
Before you lies the city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Still...
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him. Hello, sir. Is there anything...
Wait, you're...
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness!
You recognize us?
Yes, yes!
What happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be However, monsters have once again surrounded the city.
Are there not...
It's not a question of number. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how, to be perfectly honest, I was starting to think...
Well, you can rest easy, friend.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes begin to...
Still, if we are going to...
all I know is that although, if you leave the capital through the main gate...
I see.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted... Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and...
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
I appreciate your kindness, brave hunters.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need...
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside...
But which...
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep...
Well, Clarence said the script took cues from the real history.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history.
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces.
Paimon wants to know too. The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a...
No. All Marashose hunters were ordinary mortal fighters.
Huh? So you mean any...
In theory, yes. All you would need to do is survive the rig. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages. And others called it quits the minute.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Rapperia. After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear. Intent, one of the ancient sorcerers of Rapperia used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems.
Now, wait a second. Don't tell me that guy would.
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter? Or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from...
From my master.
Huh. My master? Someone. Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends.
Let's not get off topic. Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Casiodor into battle against the monsters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marashose Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters.
Ah, I see. That explains why most of the people in the script have forgotten the hunters.
Is that really a bad thing, though?
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization no longer commands respect,
Speaking of investigation.
I vote monsters. That's the main duty of the hunters, right?
Well said, Miss Farina. Plus, if the sorcerers really are the mastermind...
What about you, partner? What do you think? I mean, you're not wrong. But those... We don't want a total party kill on the first day, right? With Clorand as the GM. Then it's...
All right. After some...
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
You there! Outsiders, halt!
Who's there?
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build, and although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneak. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Wow, it's been a while since some...
I said talk.
Have you ever...
Marashose hunters? Ha! That fairy tale, you mean? While everyone is talking, you begin to carefully observe the Every so often, you see him glance toward a particular direction. As you follow his gaze, you vaguely recall that the location he seems fixated on is known for its
Wait. Is that where the monsters are?
The captain is taken aback by your sudden question. You're looking to fight them?
Well, we're Marashose hunters.
He shakes his head and continues to... Those monsters aren't easy to deal with. I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their...